Today we're plotting our opponent's demise with Lilah, Undefeated Slickshot in Historic Brawl. Let's take a look at what I've done with this deck. I call this one Plotting Your Demise with Lilah, Undefeated Slickshot. If you don't know what she does here, a blue and a red, 3/3 human rogue with prowess that says whenever you cast a multicolored instant or sorcery from your hand, exile it instead of putting it into your graveyard. As it resolves, if you do, it becomes plotted, which means you get to cast it again for free on a later turn. But remember, plot is sorcery speed. So with Lilah here, as long as the spell resolves, so if they counter the spell or they make something that you've targeted untargetable with like a hexproof spell or whatever, you're not going to get to plot that spell. But then you get to cast them for free later, which then works in with her prowess triggers to give her a bigger and bigger body as we go along to hit our opponents upside the head with. So in that case, we've also included other prowess creatures in the deck to be able to go ahead and take advantage of all these instants and sorceries that we got going on in the deck. And we also have our pile here on the far right here of all of the gold cards or multicolored cards that can be actually exiled with Lilah's effect in the client. So we have things like Arcane Infusion, go get more cards to feed into her ability. Expressive Iteration, same thing. Go ahead and you can do this over and over again. Galvanic Iteration allows us to copy something that we're casting. So we can actually Galvanic Iterate, put it into exile plotted, cast another spell that same turn, and if it's a multicolored spell, it will get copied with the iteration, and then the original will get plotted, and then you can actually just do it again the next turn. So that's kind of a fun little trick to do. We have the new Slick sequence. So if you cast one spell ahead of time, you can actually draw a card as well as do 2 damage to any target. Electrolyze, which this has actually come in handy quite a bit during the games that I've had where I've taken out multiple little 1/1 like death touching blockers and stuff like that. So this is really nice. Flame of Anor, we have plenty of wizard type stuff in here with like the new Slickshot that they gave us, the Slickshot show off, because it's a wizard. We also have the Soul Scar Mage. So we have plenty of ways to get 2 things off of it if they're out there. Prismari Command can burn stuff out, draw you cards, give you treasures. There's a lot of functionality with that one. And then I went ahead and I crafted a copy of Magma Opus because I didn't actually own one. And this is a great one. If you can get this thing put into plot, you'll get, multiple things going off 2 turns in a row, and it just causes so much chaos for our opponents. So that's the deck. Let's get into the gameplay, and we'll talk more about it afterwards. Chandra, Torch of Defiance. So this is likely a just straight burn deck. Guess we'll find out. We're going to stick out the Soul Scar into Inti, I do believe. Oh. They have a Ragavan. Oh, I have a Soul Scar Mage. So you can either kill it or I'm going to block your Ragavan. Take your pick, because I would rather that die than deal with that. Shock? Lightning Bolt? Anyone? Yeah, I'm blocking. I hate Ragavan, so no, I'm not putting up with its crap. Let's see here. Yeah, let's play Inti. Again, make them have something. Now, the bad part is with Lilah, I might actually have to hold on to her until I can put her and then have an instant speed spell to, in response, try to save her. Alright, let's play the Mountain. And Inti can swing. Yes, I will discard a card. I will discard the Bloodstained Mire. Ooh, that's fun. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and fry this. I was hoping for a block. I get a removal spell instead, so I'll take it. Because again, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to, have Lilah out and chance her getting fried. Now, they're going to probably minus and fry Inti.
My turn.
Because otherwise, I'm just going to smack that thing for 4. Let's play the Otawara. And let's play the big score. We'll discard the Fists of Flame. And we will place... Do I play Slick Sequence and kill Chandra? Probably. No, because then they can just recast it if they get a land. It's like, I'd rather them have to, you know, sit there and keep plussing away on the dumb thing. I think we just sit on this for the moment. All they need is a land drop, and because they have the Signet and they can recast her.
Yup, you're going down.
Okay. So they're going to cast that, and that's fine. I would love to get Lilah down and then cast that. Okay. Uh-huh. So this has what, it has a fire breathing and other type mode going on. I've never really seen that card before. All right, let's play Sulphur Falls. That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I do Lilah, let's do Lilah, and I'm gonna sit on the Slick Shots, or the Slick Sequence, not Slick Shot Sequence. Good lord. That way, if they have a Lightning Bolt or some other 3 damage hit, I can just Slick Sequence and save her. Act of treason. All right. Might smack Chandra with a with the Slick Sequence just to prevent that. I almost think, well, because I would have took an additional damage for my trouble. Let's see if I do that. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this. I should have done this in response. I would have took 1 additional damage, but then I would have had that go into exile. That was a mistake. So if I do Signet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I still get to do this. So let's go Signet, Elemental Masterpiece. So this gives me blockers. And it also makes her big enough because he only does 4 damage. So I'm just going to swing right at their face. All right. Now, if they steal something, I'm screwed.
This'll be easy.
Let's see. It's when you cast it. It doesn't matter that it's mana paid. So I can get a Shark Typhoon Elemental Masterpiece next turn. If I live. I could die really easily here. Ouch. Uh-oh. I might be dead. Oh, yeah. I'm toast. Stupid deck. Gonti. Let's see what we can do here. So you're going to note at this point in the video, I have a different shirt on today because I had to split the recording up on this. My computer locked up halfway through the recording yesterday, and I lost part of my footage. So where it cut off, I just went ahead and continued the next day. So let's go Soulscarn. We're probably going to go ahead and do Steam Vents into... Well, maybe not. Steam Vents into Cold Steel Hurt actually sounds better. I was going to do Sorcerer class, but screw it. We need double red. With the Bedlam Reveler and all that stuff going on. Let's see, we got Lilah. So we'll go Coast, and we'll go ahead and just do Lilah. We'll get her down and get her rolling. Because then we can either do Flame of Anor, and we have a wizard, so we can do both. We can blow up an artifact, do 5 to a creature, or draw 2 cards. Alright, there's Tiny Bones. So we know what's getting blown up. So let's go ahead and crack this. We're actually going to go get a blue mana that's untapped because I need to be able to do what I want to do here, which is Sorcerer class. We'll see if they have a counter or a removal spell in between things. Alright, we're going to discard Jaya, and we'll go ahead and discard the Bedlam Reveler, because it's not going to get us anywhere just yet. I could save... I think I want to save the Flame of Anor, or however you want to pronounce it. Let's just do Prismari Command. We're going to deal 2 to Tiny Bones, and we will create a treasure. So 2 to that. Treasure for us. This will get plotted, so even if they decide to destroy Lilah now with an instant speed or bouncer or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's already going to be plotted. That's fine. We get to keep our stuff. We still get to smack them. Let's see. We can level this if we want, or we can just recast Lilah next turn. And the Soulscar Mage is the wizard, so we still get to do the 2 things with the flame. So what you got? They're lacking in their green mana, so they can't cast their commander yet. Alright, so let us see what to do here. If I do Lilah, I can't do anything else other than Prismari Command, and then that would leave me 2 mana. I could do the Fist of Flame. It's not very interesting. However, I'm having these thoughts, but all right, let's do Askrit. Let's do Lilah. We'll Prismari Command out of the plot. We'll kill their creature, and we will create another treasure token. So 2 to that. Treasure this. And then next to combat, we'll go ahead and swing. I'm going to use the treasures. I'm going to go ahead and level 2 the sorcerer class. So now we can have them either help us chain cast spells, or we can just start moving on up through to level 3 on that. They're probably gonna take Lilah again. It's whatever. They can't cast her. I think I might actually decline this and just kill the stupid hostage taker. It'd probably be better for me. So they have 1 blue mana open. They can't. I don't think they can counter. Well, they could have a. Oh, what the hell is it? The one that makes you pay 2. So screw it. Let's do Flame of Anor. Do 5 and destroy an artifact. So we're gonna blow up their sword, kill their hostage taker. We won't get to do it again, unfortunately, because Lilah is still pinned under that. But we get her back. And now I'll go ahead and do this just because I didn't want to do it and then not have the mana available to pay for the counter spell. I forget the name of the stupid spell. Spell Pierce. There it is. My mind wasn't thinking straight there. But what I just did with the hostage taker is you gotta take survey of what's on the field, because you may not need to just let it go into exile, because if I would have done that and then paid and dropped this, then they would have done Vraska and I still would have lost it again. So that would be kind of silly. Yeah, screw it. We're just gonna play it again. And I'm gonna punch Vraska squarely in the teeth. We're going to make them have the removal. I mean, it's not that it matters at this point. I mean, yeah, go ahead. I mean, they could have killed Lilah there, but they didn't. Now, I could just use Ill-Timed Explosion to draw cards. You do not have to use it to kill things. You can just use it as a 4 mana draw, and then you just submit 0. So I'll just decline that. And then I'm just going to play Proph's Eidetic Memory, and I'm going to slam the counters onto the Soulscar Mage since they are so hot for Lilah right now. And they've killed her so many times. Yeah, just remember, Ill-Time Explosion. If you don't have anything you can kill with it, you don't have to use it for destruction. You just draw 2 and move along with your day. Hamza, the Guardian of Arashin. Now this is +1/+1 counters, make your stuff cheap, slam around. This could be doable. We'll start with the Storm-Carved Coast. That way, if we don't get a second land, unless we draw a land on turn 1, then I might just leave it go until turn 3. Unless it's a mountain. If we get another mountain, then I'm probably going to do the coast on 1, just so we have a guaranteed blue source for the Spellweaver. So let's just go ahead and do that on 1. We're guaranteed to be able to play the Spellweaver on 2. We're not going to do Expressive Iteration yet. It's an absolute waste to play that on 2 because you don't have any way of getting a land into exile and actually getting anything out of it. All right. So we're going to play Otawara. I'm going to play Lilah. We're going to go ahead and swing. All right, so now we have 2 possible spells that we could play next turn. Well, 1 technically, because Gandalf's Sanction doesn't do anything. So those are both going to get counters. So we're going to have to rely on the prowess triggers to do fun stuff for us. Temur Battle Rage is fun, though. Alright, they do have a non-basic land, so I could put the Trailblazer's Boots on Lilah in the next couple of turns, but that's not going to get us anywhere. Right now we need to do an Expressive Iteration, try to get another land so we can actually do something, and there are no lands. That sucks. Okay, so Izzet Charm is going into my hand. We'll tuck the Goblin Wizardry, and the Sorcerer class can get exiled because it doesn't matter. I can't swing into this because, unfortunately, they will... Well, you know what? We'll swing the Spellweaver Eternal. Screw it. Because if they want to block, I'll kill one of those. I don't care. They might be willing to kill my commander with a double block, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to kill the Spellweaver Eternal. And if they do, I don't care because either one of those dying is good for us. But right now, we are in dire need of some lands. But the nice part is we have an Expressive Iteration in plot. We can do Izzet Charm next turn. But their Hamza is already down, which is really bad for us. This creature spells cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with a +1/+1. Oh, God. That could get out of control really quick. Case in point. All right, we need not that. I'm gonna go ahead and Expressive Iterate because I gotta dig for answers. That goes into exile. Biggest Core can come into my hand. The Hellkite can go into the library. We'll put that on exile. Play my land for turn. We are going to be in a world of hurt really, really, really fast. 7, 13, 18, 23. They have 23 damage on that side of the board. I'm going to have to try and pressure them like so hard here. And just pray I can prowess punch them in the face on the next turn with like the Temur Battle Rage and a bunch of other spells going off. Like, I would have preferred drawing my land and then holding the Expressive Iteration to try to do that pop-off plan. Yeah. There's no way. They got, like, the nuts, and we got nothing. So, yeah, not even gonna block. Sayonara. We gone. Not much you can do about that when that happens. Miirym's Sentinel Wyrm. All right, let's see what we got going here. Ooh, we got Inti. I like this hand. Let's try it. So we can hang on to those. I think Inti on 2 is a good play. Now, Miirym is super stupid explosive, so we have to try to be quick about this. All right, what you got? Do you have a shock or bolt? Well, let's go ahead and play Lilah. All right, no hang up there. I'm going to put the counter on Lilah. We have the brooch, so I don't need Bilbo's ring to do this. Oh, it's on the attacking creature. I'm sorry. I thought it was any creature. Never mind. I don't use Inti that often. All right, but now next turn we have multiple spells. If we can get a red land, we can double spell this turn. Let's do Expressive Iteration. There's the red land that's going in exile. So this is going to my hand. Library, exile. And then we can also do, I should actually, you know what? I should leave that open to counter something. So let's just go ahead and do this. We're going to discard the Swiftfoot boots. Now I'm going to put a counter on Lilah since she's attacking. And we'll just sell this. Because it could come down to like a burn down the house or something like that, trying to take out my stuff. And if I Izzet Charm them, they can't do it. Okay, it's not going to be a burn down the house. Okay, there's a whelp. I just want to see something unplotted. Cast on a later turn. Okay, so I can do this at the end of their turn and still be able to plot these out of the backside here. So I think I'm gonna, when they pass priority, I think I'm gonna fry the fearsome whelp. Because I don't want them discounting their stuff. Unless they have a way to protect this. Okay. Okay, they had heroic intervention, so the charm's not going to go into plot. That sucks. All right, well, I could bounce it, or I could just electrolyze it now. Let's see. Draw a card. Yeah, I like this plan. So we'll do one to this, one to their face. We'll get a card. I'll play Otawara as a land. And then play Prof's Eidetic Memory. And I'll put more counters on Lilah. Let's see. If I do 6, 9, 10... 11, 12. I can kill them. Or no, the electrolyze is or I can kill them next turn? My math is off. I suck. 11. We'll discard the Lorien Brooch. Inti can pick up that counter. That's 12. They're at 1. If I'd have mathed that better, I could have killed them right there by just casting the Expressive Iteration. That was a screw up. But this is how you beat a Miirym deck. You put the pedal to the metal and you just fly. Yeah. I was going to cast Electrolyze and fry them. So, Yeah, that was my mistake. I should have just cast the expressive iteration instead of playing the Otawara as a land, and then either got a land off of it or whatever, because that would have been enough prowess triggers to get us high enough to kill them on the spot. My mistake. Zimone and Dina. I haven't played against that one for a few weeks. Let's see what we get. This could be interesting. I don't get lava spur boots very often. Let's start off with that. I don't know that I'm going to do an arcane infusion on 2, however, just because I might actually do, because if I do that, I can do, I like that idea. Let's go ahead and pass. Let's not see what they do. I don't want to do the discard effect on this until they've used their mana, so that they don't hold something back thinking I'm going to do something else. All right, so now we'll go ahead and activate that ability. Make the treasure. We'll play this. I'll play Lilah. We'll use that. Put the boots on Lilah. So now she has Ward and Haste. I'm swinging. They'll probably block because they can bring it back, but it comes in tapped. So, and they have to have a 2 or less removal spell to go after her because of the ward. So then this turn, I can do... Let's do the Islet. Oh, there's a Ledger Shredder, though. Dang it. I was thinking Stormwing Entity. Let's do the Ledger Shredder Arcane Infusion, because that'll be the second spell for the turn, and the infusion will actually go in the plot. We'll discard the Third Path Iconoclast. Sure. That can go in my hand for later. Because that'll get plotted. So if they play something I don't like, I can just fry it anyways. And this is... Oh, it's an Advisor. I thought that was a Wizard. Never mind. Alright, so let's go ahead and play the Mountain. And we'll... Let's see, what do we got in the graveyard? 2 things. I wish... Well, wait. I can make Goblin Wizards, but then the Flame of Anor can't be cast. Kind of a pain. So let's just go ahead and do this now. Fry these guys out of the way. Or try to fry these guys. Okay. That's fine. I still get my prowess trigger. I'm going to go ahead and play this to get my second spell for the Ledger Shredder. We'll discard the Goblin Wizardry. It's fine. We'll keep the Mountain in hand. Don't need that. Balmor is interesting only for the fact that I can Arcane Infusion and get something else. We're not gonna do the infusion right now. We'll save it because we have Stormwing Entity on prowess triggers, and this could be a second spell, like we do Balmor Arcane Infusion. Then you have Lilah, all these prowess type triggers, the Connive trigger, all this stuff is going off at the same time. And it's going to make their lives exceedingly difficult. I gotta remember what she does. Loses 2 life, gain 2 life. Okay, so they can do that like a couple of different times. Pay up. Hey, I get a Ledger Shredder trigger. We're not going to discard Balmor, though, because I want that trigger. We'll put her back to post. It's fine. We draw a land, we can just replay her and put the boots on her. Come on, no blockers. All right, we are at 12. Now comes the question if that's the smart play or if Balmor Infusion is the better play. Because if we go Balmor Sprite Dragon, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we can just kill them straight up. Let's do the Sprite Dragon. Let's do Balmor. Yeah, that'll go. And then let's just do this for yeah, we're just gonna do the Arcane Infusion for the Super Prowess trigger off of Balmor. I just really quick want to see what the math is there. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with the Prowess trigger, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 with Balmor's thing. So we had plenty of damage to kill them. So what did you guys think? I had a lot of fun with this deck. It's interesting. There's not as many multicolored spells that are actually good and usable with the plot mechanic as you would think there are on Arena. I kind of had to invest a little bit because I did not own a Magma Opus to put in there. But then I also got into some of these other things I didn't own. And I was like, okay, this is kind of neat. I figured out some lines that I didn't realize were in here. I like the whole prowessy type effects that I've shoved in here. A few cards that I think need to be just kicked out of the deck altogether, though, because they're just terrible cards. Bedlam Reveler right here. I'll just go ahead and throw him over here. He needs to go. He didn't do a dang thing. I pitched him more often to draw discard effects more often than anything else in the deck, and I didn't like it. It just felt bad. Display of Power is very like if you get a bunch of stuff put into plot and then you're able to cast that off of like a couple instant speeds and one sorcery speed plot spell. Well, actually, it's all sorcery speed, so it's like it's not as good as I was thinking it was going to be because of you can't do everything at instant speed. So, you know, it is what it is. Otherwise, there was a lot of good stuff going on here. I absolutely love Proph's Eidetic Memory in here. Sorcerer class is another one that is kind of questionable. I'm not sure if that's a good card to have in here. Ill-Timed Explosion did good things for us. Gandalf's Sanction was decent, but it does take some setup because your cards are getting exiled into the plot zone, and then you have to cast them to get them in the yard to actually use the thing. So it's kind of dicey at times. But otherwise, yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. I hope you guys enjoyed what I did here. And if you do, please like, comment, subscribe. All those things help me on my first 1,000 subs to the channel. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.